Yes. Radio Free 102.3 KJLH. That is Stand Up. Let me tell y'all, the ending of that song, when she says, I go to prepare a place for you, it feels like she has prepared the place for us. I swear to God. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been promising you this superstar, and that's going to mean more than superstar in a minute as we move along. It's going to have more meaning. I've been promising you this superstar in the studio.
Yeah, you've been talking about it.
I've been saying I only want to hang around winners.
That's it.
So that winners can rub their dust upon me.
Got that little pixie dust. For sure.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying for the last 2 weeks, right?
That's a fact.
Well, it don't get no greater than this. Please welcome to the Tammi Mac Show, Emmy, Tony, Grammy, 2-time British Film Award, 4 Golden Globes, 2 Screen Actor Guild Award winning 3 times. 1, 2, 3.
3 of them.
Once, twice, 3 times.
Come on.
Please welcome to the show, 3-time Academy Award nominated Cynthia Erivo.
Thank you. That may have been the best introduction I've ever heard. Thank you very much.
Well, look, I had nothing to do with it. All your winnings did.
But it was the effort. It was the drama. It was divine.
It has to be drama from someone who comes from Broadway, right?
Yes, indeed.
And speaking of drama, I'm just going to jump right in, Cynthia. I ain't going to bring you here for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're going to jump right in. Speaking of drama, speaking of theatrics, this album is nothing but drama.
Yeah.
And it is theatric. It is like you have combined your Broadway career with your theatrical career and all your blockbuster hits. and I'm talking production-wise here.
Yeah.
Production-wise, you've combined all of that. Like, it's big.
Yeah.
The production on this album is big,
yes,
sis.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted it, and it sort of started there. Like the birthplace of it was trying to center around the voice and making sure that the voice was also used like an instrument. So you'll see like there are huge stacks, huge vocal harmonies, sometimes 50, 60, 70 voices all at once. And then you have the violin orchestra, the string orchestra, you have live instrumentation, all of that coming in, and then you have your melody. So I wanted it to feel like music, like real music that could be tangible, you could touch.
Yeah, you can definitely feel it. That's for sure. You can feel it through your ears with your hands. It's almost operatic. Was that intentional?
Yeah, I don't know that I was meaning it to be operatic, but I think the scope of it becomes operatic because of the way I've sort of tried to space all the vocals out and move them around as if you're hearing it like you're in the center of the sound. So I think that's why it feels operatic, because it has that sort of lift in it. So we have those moments where the violins take it away and then it's a big orchestral lift, and that comes from a lot of time in theatre and a lot of study of opera and study of classical music as well, and wanting to combine the things that I love about that and the things that I love about R&B and how they can come together in a space.
You have said, actually on the album, it is I Forgive You.
Yes.
You have said in your foreword, right, of the album that the one thing that this album gave you fear for was its honesty.
Yeah.
But you also said that you wanted this album for us to realize the hard words to ourselves.
Yes.
And when I talk about that, I want to talk about, it sounds like this album versus your first album, Chapter 1 verses 1.
That's right.
Is more you than ever.
Very much so.
How so?
It felt... This album feels like it really was mine. That first album really was like a beginning for me. I was sort of learning how to create a sound for myself and make an album for myself and make music for myself. But I feel like I didn't get to make as much choice as I had this time. This time it felt like it was all mine. And so right from the writing, every single song is co-written by me. If there's an interpolation, it's my idea that's made it what it is. And whether it's the honesty of the lyrics or the honesty of the music, I'm across the whole entire thing. So it feels like it's of me and from me.
Yeah.
And the meaning, I forgive you, I knew that sort of fell on it right when I had finished sort of like the last couple of songs, and I had ideas about what I wanted to call it, and then I wanted to get to the center of it because I felt like I was trying too hard to find a title, and then all of a sudden this sort of dropped in. I was like, what's the simplest way I can say the thing I want to say? And I Forgive You was the thing that dropped in, because I knew that, one, it's, I think, the 3 hardest words to say. I think we all find them hard to say to each other, and I think we find it even harder to say it to ourselves. And I knew that I had struggled with saying it to myself for some things, and I knew I had also found it really hard to say for other people. And so this, I guess, this sort of airy-fairy way of me thinking, well, wouldn't it be lovely if people kept having to say the words I forgive you, even if it's just because they're saying the name of this title? It means we're putting that sort of like that into the energy, that into the universe.
You're forcing us to have to say
the words I forgive you. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good, girl. That's good. Let's say you're in a boardroom.
Yeah.
Cynthia.
Yes.
I'm placing you in a boardroom, sis.
Okay.
And this is based upon what you just shared with me.
Yes.
Let's say there are some people sitting at the boardroom, you're at the head.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you who's in the boardroom, okay?
Okay.
The child Cynthia Erivo is at the boardroom.
Okay.
The teenage Cynthia Erivo is at the boardroom.
Yes.
The broken Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah.
The gifted.
Yeah.
And the future.
Yeah.
Is at the boardroom.
Yeah.
Which version of you have you yet to forgive?
Oh. Maybe the broken. Yeah. I think, or maybe the broken, and I think maybe she hasn't necessarily forgiven me yet, you know? I think the broken parts of ourselves they're the parts of ourselves that give us the hardest time, because sometimes it's not just that break in them, it creates like an anger, a rage that doesn't quiet for a while. And so I think that's maybe the part that I've been quite hard on. I'm sort of like, get over it, like get better now. And that's not forgiving. And the broken you has refused to forgive you for me not letting her just be where she is, you know? Yeah. I'm working on it though. I'm working on it, always working on it. Somebody heard that. Yeah. Somebody heard that. Yeah. You want her to get over it. And she's not ready. She just wants to just be for a second, and she will get there, you know? Yeah. And every bit by bit, she gets a little bit more mended. But you can't force anyone to get there immediately on your time. Like, I'm where I am right now, yes. But that part of me is not, she still exists. And occasionally she might pop out. And so when she does, instead of, pushing her back, you treat her with tenderness. She's here for a second, and then she'll just relax away again. But I haven't necessarily been that way with her, for most of my life. Yeah. Which version of you did you forgive first? I don't know that my teenage me, or maybe, I'm going to say future, because future me is pushy and wants to do really well, and sometimes can be impatient about things, like wants to do well now, wants things now. And I forgive her for trying that hard, like wanting it often, because I think that's where the passion comes from. Yeah. But sometimes you have to be like, just relax. It's coming. It'll be there. Relax. It's okay. Yeah. Have you told her that it's here? I have now. It feels like it. It feels like we've caught up with each other, and And it's nice to feel that way, but there's always a little part of me that's like, now what? Now what else can I do? What else can I create? But in the most joyous way, because I'm so excited by the possibility that there is more to create, that I can create, that I've, been able to do this and this film and the other films that I want to do, and there's new projects that I get to be a part of that I didn't think I would ever be a part of. And I think there's something so wonderful and endless about the pursuit of creativity.
Yes.
Because success can come, but if you have the hunger to make more and create more, then that doesn't ever go away,
It never goes away.
There's like an endless stream of, if you want there to be, there's an endless stream of things that you can create and things you can do and things you can make. And if it comes from the right place, you can put some really special things into the world. Yeah.
Yeah. We have a couple of questions from our DMs at Radio Free KJLH. This one is from Sins Angels.
Hello.
And Sins Angel says, is there a story or emotion on this album, I Forgive You, that you are most excited for people to connect with? And how does it differ from what you've shared before?
Is there a story that I'm most excited to share with? Oh, there's a few, and now we have to not be greedy and pick like one. I really love Holy Refrain because it's about it's so unabashedly about love and being in love and falling in love and finding love and being brave about just saying I love you, which is why I'm proud of it, and I like this one because I think I want people to fall in love with love songs again, like the real love songs where we can sing I love you in a phrase,
the
and
ribbon in the sky,
because I think sometimes even in love songs we're sort of embarrassed about saying those words, and I knew when I wrote it that I wanted to write something that was just a big, beautiful, ballady love song.
Is that where you are today?
Yeah.
That song represent who you are in the space that you're in today?
Yeah. I think it took me time to get here, but like I was saying to someone yesterday that there's a lovely sort of groundedness when you like who you are and you love the space you're in.
Yeah.
You love the reflection that comes back at you in the mirror, and that takes time.
Were you once in a place where that did not exist for you?
Of course, yeah.
How do you live in that space?
It's hard because how did I live in that space? I don't know. I think I had to sort of push against the temptation to fall into it for too long. I think I was actively trying to push that away, actively trying to do or say things to myself to find a way out of that space. And now I don't have to push so hard. Now I don't have to try that hard. I like who I am, and I like who I've become, and I also am beautifully aware that there's growth still, there's space to grow still, Yeah.
When we look at you, fans, people who watch your work, when we look at you, can I just share what we see?
Yeah.
We see perfection. I'm just sharing the outside perception, right?
Yeah.
We see perfection. We see perfection in your hand. We see perfection in your arms. We see perfection in your skin, all the melanin. We see perfection, all that cocoa butter, you know what I'm saying? All that shea butter. We see perfection in your teeth. We see perfection in the shape of your head. And it seems to us that you're this picture perfectness of this queen of the regalia is what keeps coming to my head. Are we wrong?
Yeah. Nobody's perfect. Not one person on the earth is perfect. I am not perfect. I'm not perfect at all. If I had no makeup on, you would see blemishes. Like things that I'm still working on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I like those imperfections. I think what people might be seeing is the acceptance of the imperfections. I like it. All of those things are me.
So we're not even seeing the external Cynthia. We're seeing the end. What we are seeing on the outside is the inside.
Yeah.
It's you accepting the imperfections that give us the perception of perfection.
Absolutely. Because I love what you said, my teeth. You don't realize that someone said to me, would you ever close your gap? And I was like, no. I like my gap. And I've been told that the gap isn't perfect. Like a perfect smile doesn't have a gap in it usually.
You have a gap? Do you see a gap? Are you closer to her?
Now, come on.
Cynthia, there ain't no gap.
What's a gap? That's my gap. This is my gap. Don't take this away from me. I'm widen it today. I love it. You know what I mean? Like those are the things. Like, and there are some people who are like, oh, she has no hair. And like, yeah, I shaved it off on purpose. I didn't want it. You know?
Was there a time that you ever felt like you had to? Because I feel like when I see pictures of you in the past, right?
I have hair.
Yeah, was that a moment in your time where you felt like you had to conform?
Yes. So when I was at drama school and as I was coming out, there was it was so interesting because all of the black women around me in drama, in theater, in film, we were all being told to be a certain way, to dress a certain way, to wear our hair a certain way, and I just stopped wanting to do that one day. I think it was about 20 or 21. And I was like, I don't want to do that.
Was it in or out of school when you made that decision?
It was right before I left school. I remember it and I was like, what do I do? And I remember I started putting my hair in a protective hairstyle. So I twist it and then I put it in curls and it would make it really short. And I was like, oh, there's something to this. Because now there's nothing but my face on show. But as with protective hairstyles, what it do? It grows your hair, it makes it longer, makes it thicker, it makes it healthier. And I was like, well, I can't keep twisting and putting my hair in curlers because it's just going to get more and more thick and it'll take longer. I thought, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut my hair. So I go to the hairdresser and I cut my hair and she wouldn't cut it as short as I wanted it. She was scared for me. She asked me if I was sure and I was like, well, yes, I want it gone. I want to cut it. She wouldn't cut it for me. So I went away with like a shorter haircut, but it wasn't as short as I wanted. I went back 2 days later, cut it off. I wanted it short. And it was just short enough, but not short enough for me. And steadily, as the years have gone by, I've gotten shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. And then it's grown a little bit. And then it's gotten shorter again. There was one point where I did like a Caesar haircut. You know the Caesar? Mm-hmm. And I did that for a while. And I liked how it felt. But it meant that I didn't know how to do it myself. And then when I came here, and it was a couple of years ago when I first started doing this, the wicked of it all, and I realized, oh, well, if I'm going to wear this wig and my face is green, well, my scalp should be green as well. And how do I get my scalp green if I've got hair on it? And we were like, well, I guess we have to shave it. And I was like, well, okay, let's shave it off.
So the first time you shaved it all
completely
off was wicked.
Was wicked.
You know that the Wizard of Oz, of course you know, but I'm just telling, I'm just trying to be, the perfect journalist. But to share the information with the people, the people, Cynthia.
Yes.
She and I vocally could be no more further apart. Right?
No, I love it so much.
I am so country hood.
It's gorgeous.
And she is so like UK British. I'm surprised we even understand each other.
I love it so much. I think your voice is gorgeous.
Thank you. But in The Wizard of Oz, the original Wizard of Oz, I'm a huge Wizard of Oz fan. So obviously I saw Wicked. But in the original Wizard of Oz, the green paint made the witch sick.
What was in it? It was
everybody in the Wizard of Oz in the original movie, Frank Baum's original movie.
Because I knew that about the Tin Man.
Yes, the Tin Man. Also the witch, the paint from the witch, and then every one of them had issues.
Oh my God!
Everyone,
because if there was something in the paint that they used, because it wasn't
as developed as it is today.
Yeah,
but there was something that happened to every single person in the Wizard of Oz. It's crazy.
Did not know that.
So crazy.
I only knew that about.
Did you find it,
Suman.
Emmett? Go ahead, read it.
The green makeup used for Margaret Hamilton's costume was so toxic that she was on a strict liquid diet while filming. That sounds crazy. Wow.
Whoa.
This is 17 interesting facts about The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
No.
But I'm glad you committed and, painted the head green too.
No, I wanted to.
Paint has come a long way.
Yeah, long way.
Long way.
We're no longer painting. We are airbrushing.
Yes.
We're able to give us contour.
All kinds of stuff, right?
We're giving like different shades and all sorts. It was so fun to watch the transformation happen. But that was one of those things. I was like, well, if we're going to do it properly, this is how we need to do it. And when I took the green off and there was just like me and my little bald head, I was like, ooh, I think I found it. I think I like this. This is where I'm going to be. Yeah. And now I do it myself.
Oh, you shave it yourself?
I shave it myself. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How does your girl like it?
Which girl?
We'll be right back, y'all. Cynthia Erivo is here with us, and we are moving on. Look, the sister is multi-talented, so we are going to talk more about the album I Forgive You, but we're also going to move into her theatrics because she's taking yet another controversial role. What is with Cynthia?
I don't know that this is controversial.
I didn't know either, sis, but we're going to talk about it.
All right.
Okay. It's Tammi Mac in today with us. This is new. The album's called I Forgive You.
Yeah.
She's forcing me to say it.
That's incredible.
And that's the single from the new album. It's called Worst of Me. Cynthia Erivo is here.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Who told you could sing?
I don't know if anyone told me necessarily. I think I was a nosy kid at the age of 5, and I did a nativity show, and they made me sing Silent Night by myself, and no one left the room. They all seemed to enjoy it. So I took it from there and decided, maybe I'm making some sort of nice sound. Yeah.
Jaws on the floor.
Apparently, and definitely smiles, which was really cool. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, this is where I want to stay, right here.
I would like to keep doing this.
You said a nativity
play, yeah.
So, okay, well, that what a transition, sister.
I know.
A nativity play back in the day to Jesus Christ, superstar.
Yeah.
You are playing Jesus Christ.
Yes.
But so the people will know, though.
Yeah.
This is not your first stab at Jesus Christ Superstar. You played Mary Magdalene in Jesus Christ Superstar.
So there was a concept album that was created, I want to say maybe 5 years ago, something like that. Mm-hmm. And they asked me to sing the role of Mary Magdalene. Yeah.
And not to be noted, it was an all-female cast.
Yeah.
That leads me to, do you do this on purpose?
What do you mean?
Do you take on these challenging roles that everybody can find a problem with you taking on intensely? Is this a challenge for you, or is this I'm going to show them sort of thing? Where do you sit in this?
It's a challenge for me. I take on roles that I know will challenge me and make me a better performer, a better creator. The roles I take on are not easy, full stop. And at the same time, they end up challenging people's idea of what can be played or what can be done. It's not that I'm thinking, this will challenge people's ideas. The first port of call is, will this be something I can learn from? Will it make me a better performer? Is it scary for me to do? Is it a challenge for me to do? If the answer to those questions is yes, then I'm probably going to do it.
Yeah. When I was in grad school at the University of North Carolina, Greensboro, getting my master's in theater, right?
Work.
My thesis was to play Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
However, I played the elder Rosa. A white woman played
I'm undone.
the younger Rosa.
I'm undone.
And the theater, my professor at the time, who was a black woman, she said to us, the two black girls in the program, right? She said to us that she felt like if she blind color casted, that then maybe they would do the same for us.
Oh.
And so I guess I'm asking you, do you think that when you play these various roles that are not traditionally played by a Black woman,
Right.
a British woman, a woman at all,
Yeah.
do you think that that move will move the needle?
I hope so. I think what I want to do is sometimes is ask people to just look outside of the box. I think these are roles that have been traditionally consistently played by the same types of people. And so here's just another chance to see a different point of view. And when it came to me, I was like, well, great. If the producers are happy with it, if the director is happy, if the writer is happy about it, if the composer is happy about it, then why would I not be happy about trying something new that also might like shift things a little bit and open up the aperture on what Black women can play and can do. I think specifically for Black women and yes, women in general, but I think particularly for Black women, there's so much we can do that we haven't necessarily been given the chance to do yet. And the door is opening a bit, but there are so many like corners and rooms that we haven't even looked in yet, that we haven't been given the chance to. And so if a door gets opened and I go, oh, let me try it, and it might work, then I feel like the doors might stay open. Yeah. Like no one can say that a Black woman can't lead a big musical on screen anymore. We can't say that anymore. So maybe we'll do more big musicals on screen where the center is a Black woman.
And I would like to note, just for the naysayers, if you don't mind, Cynthia, the description of Jesus in the world is severely opposite of what it says in the Bible. But
Tammy's
just noting. Just noting. We had a caller call before you came in today, and he wanted to share and express his love for you and where you are in your life, and he applauded your relationship. And hold on, I took a note. He applauded you being nominated for an Oscar.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry, 3 times, but he was referring to the last time.
Yes.
And he applauded you for being a part of the LGBTQIA community and being a believer. And this brings me back to Jesus Christ Superstar too, because I think some of the controversy lies in where you are in your community and you being
faith.
A believer, yes, and your faith. How do you rectify that? How do you resolve that in playing Jesus?
Well, the last time I checked, God loves all his children equally, and we are all made in his likeness. And I believe that is in the Bible. So that's how I reconcile with it, that we're all made in his likeness, and that there's nothing wrong with me believing that there is a higher power that is overlooking my life. It would make no sense for me not to believe that there's someone cradling my life as I'm sitting here talking to you with 3 Oscar nominations, the face of a movie that millions of people have watched, doing the thing I love, breathing the air, alive. How can I've never even thought of it in the terms of what you just said. Like that dropped like a rock. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, yes. How could you not believe that there is a higher being? I didn't do this on my own. I didn't do it by myself. I've been given
that's crazy
gifts
to me. How could you not
that I've been
believe?
entrusted to take care of. I feel like I'm constantly guided in directions. Sometimes I'll be like, what? Why this way? And then all of a sudden, there it is. I don't believe that that's just intuition. And if it is intuition, it doesn't come from nowhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I can't not be grateful for the things that I have, and I can't believe that they come from just nothing. Because that would make
they just come from you.
That would make absolutely no sense.
And you know, as you say that, I'm like, and if you didn't believe, people would have a problem with that.
That's what I'm saying.
She has all that and she doesn't even believe.
It would make no sense. It would make no sense.
We up in here trying to make sense with Cynthia Erivo, everybody. The album is I Forgive You, Jesus Christ Superstar at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yay.
She is playing Jesus Christ. We're going to come right back, wrap it up with Cynthia, because I know I'm taking all of her time, but you shouldn't have this.
I like it.
This conversation has been amazing. So you should have just been like, I ain't really trying to be here today. Then I wouldn't kept you so long, Cynthia.
I wanted to be here today.
R&B.
And she's here.
Hello.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hi there.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Such a pleasure to talk to you today.
Thank you, me too.
I've enjoyed myself, so thank you for that.
Me too, thank you.
Yeah. What do you think about when you hear this song?
I feel like it's a little like Sneaky Secret, because I feel like it sounds like a fun, boppy, easy, simple melody, but it's basically underlying with all of the complications of like the background, and actually the lyrics are very, very personal. It's
Really?
like,
This song?
that song. Daddy trauma has emasculated all my common sense, and I'm looking through the lens of an impending abandonment. That is a lyric in there.
Oh, I have got to hear it with different ears now. I have got to hear it with different ears now. Okay, I'll do
It's
that.
my favorite thing about that song, because you don't realize it until you go back and you're like, wait, what did she say? Yeah. I basically was like, here are some really deep lyrics and I'm going to put it in a really pretty coat.
Right. A really
Enjoy.
boppy kind of song.
You won't even realize.
Speaking of songs, there's one that's not so boppy on I Forgive You that took me out.
Which one?
I don't know the name of the song, but what I do know that it is about a young woman who has cancer.
Grace.
And she's actually
She's not here with us anymore.
at the end of the song.
Yeah.
We lost her.
Yeah, we lost her.
Can you tell us about that song and how it became about Grace?
Yeah. So I was asked whilst we were doing the film was sort of like in the edit and it was coming to the end of the edit, and I got a call from someone at Universal who asked me and Ari if we would be okay to share the film with this young lady who's asking if she can see the film, because she was very conscious because she knew she wouldn't be with us for much longer, and she loves Wicked and wanted to see the film. And we were like, well, yeah, show her the film. And when she saw the film, she sent this sweet video to us, and I was like, well, I'll send a video back and say thank you. And when I sent the video back, she sent another video back. And then I got in contact with her auntie, who I somehow had met before. And her auntie was like, well, she really loves these videos. They really bring her a lot of joy. And I was like, well, if at some point she wants to speak in real life, like we can do a FaceTime, I'm happy to do that. And so one day when I'm on the way to the studio, her auntie calls and says, Grace would love to do a FaceTime with you. So okay, let's do this FaceTime. So I get on the FaceTime, we're on the phone for like 20 minutes, and she's just the sweetest, funniest, loveliest.
How old?
13.
13.
And I get off the phone and I go back into the studio, and I hadn't decided on what I was going to write about that day. And then I knew after that phone call, I was just like, I wonder what it would be like to write a song about the goodbyes that come too early, but that leave you with a little bit of joy because of the person, because of the people. Like, not all goodbyes are heartbreak goodbyes. Sometimes we have to let someone go, but they leave something good behind. And I loved the fact that she was called Grace, because of what that means, to leave someone with grace, to leave something with grace, to be graceful to another person, to lead with grace, to, that sentiment of grace itself was just really special. And so we wrote the song Grace, and because of what she says, I just thought, I want everyone to hear that. I love you. I feel you. You did great.
Stop, girl.
Like, I wanted people to hear that. It wasn't just a message for me. everyone who finishes this album will hear, I feel you. You did really good. I love you. I just was like, that's how I'm going to end it. Yeah. Yeah.
You got us all in our feels on this album. We got to say, I forgive you. We got to say, I love you. We got to come, well, baby, you bring some tissues. Bring some tissues, please.
I've just gotten to the point where I can listen to it without bawling my eyes out. The first time, because I was there. I wrote it. I was, I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted to hear her voice at the end. I knew I wanted that to be the end, the full stop. The first time I heard it, I was totaled. I was absolutely undone. I cried my eyes out.
The voice you play at the end, it's
That's
Grace's
hers.
voice, but is it from that FaceTime or one of those videos?
That's from the video that she first sent me.
Was she able to hear it?
I don't think so, no. Her parents have her family has, yeah.
I can
I hope
imagine
she can hear it now. I hope
Right,
I can
right.
imagine. I feel like she's just like quite pleased about the fact that she gets to
Be on an album.
Yeah. It's like her voice.
With her favorite movie star.
Having met her, I'd be like, oh, I think this is her thing. This is good.
Yes. And we go from these tear jerkers to these kind of sort of bust the windows out of your car bricks song, which I resonated a little more with that one. In all of my tainted toxic relationships where you want to build this brick wall all around you.
Yeah, this is my space.
Yes.
You can't come in. This is me.
Yes, yes. Tell us about Brick,
Brick by Brick,
and how that comes.
It's that. It's the rebuilding of yourself after either something traumatic or something that happens that is just hard to come to terms with. And that's how it came about. And I don't even know what state of mind I was in, but it just sort of happened.
Right.
And it becomes like this repetitive sort of meditation, because you have the chorus and the verse, which are pretty much the same, and it just is a repeat. And then there's that don't lose yourself. And it is, I'm really proud of that song. It was tough to write and tough to sing, but I hope it makes people feel strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, bricks are strong.
Yes.
So, yeah. June the 26th, June the 6th, I Forgive You. The album is out. August 2020, Hollywood Bowl.
Yes.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
That's right.
And movie-wise?
We have another
Wicked.
Wicked coming out.
The Good.
Fucking coming out too.
In November.
In November. I'm filming a couple of things in between.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Who are you playing next? Like a boxcar? Yeah, like, because you just pick them, girl. You, the Cowardly Lion. And I applaud you for that. I really do. I applaud you for that. I'm making fun, but I don't, there's no ill intent on that.
No, at all.
At Lady Gwen says she cannot wait until you get your EGOT.
Aww.
But for her, EGOT means elevating greatness, originality, and truth.
Oh, thank you.
You are one away from an EGOT.
I am indeed, yeah.
Does that mean anything to you?
Well, I think it does mean something, for sure. It means a lot to even be in that position, because when the first place I came to was New York to do a musical. I didn't know that was something you could be in possession of in the first place. That, I didn't even know it was a possibility. So to come away from that and to be here now in that position, having been nominated 3 times for the Oscar, is honestly, I think, beyond my wildest
You at the
dreams.
tip, girl. You at the
Just
tip. You're
right
going to
there.
get it. It's right there. Stop dangling the carrot in front of Erivo and give it to her.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's just, and I think sometimes we sort of, the awards don't matter. And to a degree, it can't start there. It can't start at, I want to get an award. It has to start at, what's the work you want to put into the world, right? What is the What do you want to leave behind you? What will challenge you? What will make you a better artist? And then when the nominations and the awards come, it's such a lovely way to be celebrated. It says that the work you're doing is being celebrated by the people that work with you, alongside you. That's why I think the Oscar is really special, because it's not just a random award. It's actually from the peers, right? Yeah. It's the same as the Screen Actors Guild. It's from your peers. So it does mean something, and hopefully if or when I get it, hopefully, who knows, it'll open more doors for me to be able to do more work and create more things and open the doors for other people to come on in.
I love it.
And do some good work too. Yeah.
Thank you for the good work, the great work, the awesome work that you are doing. Thank you for being an inspiration to every little Black girl out there who dreams. Cynthia Erivo.
Keep dreaming, please. Please keep dreaming, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cynthia Erivo.
Thank you.
Give it up, give it up, give it up.